every move you make. For you're making the moves in the 21st century under the watch of the internet. Oh yes, you can't say you didn't say that. You can't say you didn't do that. For everything is now on blast. Oh yes, that's how the civil rights movement had its power. When a mother by the name of Mamie Mobley, I think that's her name, Emmett Till's mother, Mamie Mobley, said, no, you ain't gonna close the casket, but you're gonna show the ugliness of this world. And that's what God is doing right now, showing the ugliness of them who think they're in charge. And when the Lord is telling us, do not fret, do this psalmist. Why? Because they will see their end. Delight yourself in me. Enjoy me, your provider, your protector, your rock, your refuge, your sword and your shield. Just commit to your relationship with me. Oh yes, I just love how God uses opportunities of trials and tribulations to draw us nearer to his precious bleeding Son. That we may commit to a relationship and watch the Lord bring us through. Somebody knows they're coming through. Somebody knows no matter what goes on, my God shows that he is in charge. And because of history, and because of his story, and because of the trials and tribulations you've been in this thing known as life, this is what you just need to do. Know that what God has already released in heaven will be manifested here on earth. Oh yes, justice will prevail. Oh yes, truth will be made known. It will not be shut down long. Why? Because God is going to let him only go so far. So rest in the Lord. Wait on the Lord and be of good courage. Do not fret because of evildoers. They may think they're prospering by neglecting the poor, neglecting the least of these. And look at 12 through 15. It says, the wicked plot against the just and gnash at him with his teeth. The Lord laughs. The Lord is just having a good old laugh right about now. The Lord laughs at him, but he sees that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, to slay those who are of upright conduct. The sword shall enter their own heart, and their bow shall be broken. Well, what is this saying? The Lord is now talking about the fact that there is something known as a boomerang effect. You will sow what you will reap what you sow. You will reap what you sow. You may think that you're throwing out something that's going to harm this nation and harm the least of these. But I'm going to turn it around that it may harm you. Oh yes, you want to neglect the least of these. You want to neglect those who I came for. You want to neglect those whose side I'm on. I will show you who's in charge. Now somebody may be saying, Pastor, you don't know what you're talking about, because those who are fighting Affordable Care Act or those who are in these gerrymandered districts, these districts where their conservatives are rallying behind them and they will re-elect them. But I don't know about you, but it's time for us to understand, you don't just answer to your constituents, but you answer to the Creator. You may think you're in power right now, Dana, but I just want to give you a history lesson and take you back to 95 when Newt Gingrich and all his buddies shut down the government. Ask Gingrich where he is now. Ask Gingrich if he can even become a candidate for president now. Ask everybody who tried to be workers of iniquity. Here they are now. They are now. Not where they think they ought to be. So my brothers and my sisters, I want to just encourage you and I. Do not fret because of evildoers, but delight yourself in the Lord. Still have joy. Why? Because the world didn't give it, and the world can't can't take it away. Truth be told, real joy is knowing that because of what's going on the outside, and because of what I got on the inside, I got peace like a river. Come with me. So the text goes on right around the 35th and the 36th verse to talk about the fact that I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a native green tree. Yet he passed away, and behold, he was no more. Indeed, I sought him, but he could not be found. The text is going on to say that those who are the wicked, those who are workers of iniquity, they've tried to make themselves out to be the sovereign ones in power, and he's equating them to be in these trees. Some texts may talk about trees from Lebanon, trees that were strong and rooted. But when the psalmist looked for them, and the winds blew and the heat came, they were no more, because they were truly not rooted. They're not like the tree that Jeremiah talks about in Jeremiah 17, 7 through 8. As I paraphrase, he says, blessed are the persons who trust in the Lord and who have hope in the Lord. They are like trees planted by the waters, and they spread out their roots by the river, and will not fear when the heat comes. Have no fear. God is in charge. Have no fear. God is still a provider. God is still a protector. God is still making a way. God is still showing you a brother or a sister who can help you in the midst of it all. And because you do not fear, your leaf will be green. In season and out of season. In the midst of a drought. Oh yeah, Jeremiah goes on to say, do not be anxious. They're not anxious. They're not anxious. And they will continue to bear fruit. They will continue to do good. Delight yourself in the Lord and do good. Continue to do good. Recognize that you have been blessed to be a blessing. Do not worry because of the evildoers. Keep on keeping on, knowing that the Lord God will deliver you. The psalmist goes on and says that all those things that the evildoers are doing, all the work of the iniquity that they are doing, all the things that they think have them winning, all the things that they think have them planted, in the midst of the heat, they will wither. In the midst of the storm, they will be blown away. Just know this. But God is in your situation. And because you got a but God, you shall be delivered. But the salvation of the righteous is from the Lord. Yes, your salvation is from the Lord. My brother and my sister, whatever storm you're in life, whatever folk are trying to throw your way, rest in this. God's got your back. God's got your front. God's got your top and your bottom. God is making a way out of no way. You can trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Because